There we go. I think we're live in a few seconds. Alright, so I am here doing a thing because reasons. I'm just going to try and make a radar in brick rigs pretty much. But first, take a look at this sick Photoshop I did. Yeah, so anyway, I'm a professional Photoshopper. If you look close, if you look closely, you can see that it's actually a different sleeve and hand here than was on the original suit. Because the original arm went up like this, and it's like, well, that's not very useful. I need to have it gripping the handle of the bike, right? So, yeah. And then the difference in quality between the various pictures I used is just kind of jarring, and I think it makes it better, honestly. Because, like, the lobster bike, of course, is in pretty good quality picture. The Jordan Peterson is a very high quality picture. And then the suit is very low quality. And I did the shadows wrong. I still love it, though. It's pretty funny. So anyway, let's go back to brick rigs here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to want to start with a pre-existing aircraft that's already in my arsenal. And, well, no, wait, that's a dumb idea. What we're going to start with is we're going to start with a fresh slate so that I don't have to design it around the constraints of a single aircraft. Although I am going to try and miniaturize it as much as possible. I don't know how, actually good that's going to end up being. So the real question is, do we want side-to-side search pattern or up and down? And I think side-to-side will be better. But I'm not sure. Because one of the problems with side-to-side is that it's a bit hard to figure out where exactly it is. So I'm thinking for the display, for instance, I'm actually just going to have a line of light studs. So I think these ones here, right? And then we'll just have a line of those, maybe 6 long, right? And all these are going to be on custom, and they're all going to have their own numbers, right? And then those are going to correspond to the sensors. Now, the problem with doing it like that is that I will be able to show which area vertically they're in, but that would only be if I was using a horizontal sensor spread. Because if I was using a vertical sensor spread, then I'd need an additional detection ring behind our sensor bundle here to detect, because the way I would do this before, when I was making a really basic surface search radar for my battleships that I ended up scrapping because it was kind of useless. So I'd have a sensor there, right, that's actually doing the detecting, and then a sensor back here, and then this swings around and it's got a little thing on the back, right? So as it's swinging around, it's tripping these sensors, but these sensors are activated by these sensors actually. So when it detects something in that line, it trips that sensor, and if it's right behind there, then it would indicate on one of these which direction it is. And that is a good solution, but not enough resolution for what we're actually doing here. So we're going to have to do a direct sensor reading of it, pretty much. And I feel like one of the only ways to do that accurately is going to be either rotating side to side or up and down. And I really think that up and down is probably the way to go, because that allows these sensors to actually do their job, I guess. So first step is going to be getting that to do up and down movement, which isn't going to be hard. I think we're going to have a 5-degree sweep in either direction. So maybe let's keep it with 5 for now. And then we're also going to want to do this. So the next step is going to be taking that and then actually, that's not, no, we're just going to we're just going to start over with that one. So we're going to take this, we're going to turn it sideways, like that. So this is going to be here, this is going to be static. This is going to be cycle. And of course we want this. You know, I wonder if I should have a, you know what? Warning light is going to activate the radar. Alright, we got that. It's way over there. Okay. And that does not work. Dang it. Alright, so that means we gotta... What we've actually got to do is we've got to copy those and then shift them in place to be, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is that correct? Did I do that right? That looks right. So we'll go with yes. And then of course we're going to want this to be on warning light and minimum input maybe 100 or no. We'll go with 50. Yeah, we'll go with 50, and then our maximum input's going to be like 1,000 or 2,000. Let's try that, right? And of course, we're going to want to hook this up proper. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, we'd have 7. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So now we number these 1 through 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this has got to go really fast for this to work properly. Like maximally fast. And then we're going to need a little test stand, I guess. Right? Just to test if it's working. So we've got that. We're going to need these numbered 1 through 7 as well. So we're going to hold up. Okay, hold up. We're missing some of these, aren't we? Okay, so that's our maximum there. Alright, so we've got, and that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. And that should be it. Alright. So now we just need to make that into something a little bit heavier. A little bit heavier. And of course keep ourselves from being murdered, like so. And add in a seat. And all these are also going to be green. Yeah. Perfect. Nice. So now, when we hit Q, nothing happens. Excellent. Oh, I'm also not very bright. There it is. So, are we getting anything from those? No, we're not. Why are we not getting anything from those? Oh, because they're all sensing speed. Got it. We're looking for proximity. Ka-ching. Okay, so clearly that's kind of working. Definitely kind of working. I like that. I like kind of working. Kind of working is good. If I get on top of the tallest building, then what do we see here? I might need to limit its downward angle just for the sake of this test. Because if we do that -2, Okay, how about now? Okay, so we've decided that of course it can detect those things, so we're actually just going to put the 0 in there. Let's see what it does now. Okay, so now it's only going up and down, and so it shouldn't detect any... Okay. This is clearly a bad example. Where it's flat, and because it's detecting nothing, it's on. That is not what I was hoping for. Shoot. Okay. We actually are going to want to reverse these parameters. So 2050. There we go. Alright. Will that work? Will that do it? Let's give it back its depression here. Or no, let's not. Let's not do that. We're just going to go with it as is. Okay, that's much better. So now it's actually detecting what's there rather than what's, you know... Oh, yeah. And then how sensitive is this, really? Okay, so if I'm standing there, and then if I walk a little bit over, we're looking at those. So this could work. I just have to make sure it works at longer ranges, right? Because it's not going to work very well if the sensor cluster isn't dense enough to actually do its job. So what we're going to do, we're going to set this up out here. We're going to grab something comparable to the size of an aircraft, about. How about this? This armored car should be about the right size. And we're going to fly this out really almost past visual range here. And turn on our radar and see what we get. That's kind of what I thought. So because that our resolution's too small, like if I angle it here, yeah, we're not getting anything. So what that means is that we need to get this whole thing rocking back and forth a little bit too to increase our sensor resolution artificially. So we're going to use this here. Plastic. Perfect. And we're going to give this a like 1, or no, we'll give this a 2 degree by 2 degree range. And we're going to have that go to the same here. Warning light. And of course it's got to go very fast, so that we might not actually want this going quite so fast, although I don't know if it matters exactly. Oh yeah, we got to make sure that's on cycle. So now we should have a lot better sensor resolution, because not only is it detecting, it's like there's our little speck there on the horizon, right? So if we hit, oh, it's going down a little bit. Here, I'm gonna fix that. Let's put some counterbalance on there. And move this a little bit so it doesn't collide. So I don't think I'd actually want to be mounting this inside of an aircraft. I think that for the most part, this is going to be something we're going to want. Like, I don't know. Is that doing its job? I think we need a little bit more, less speed actually. So like 9 and then more sweep. 3 by 3. How about that? That's really going. Okay, so let's see if that'll detect it. So the problem, it seems, is that this system is vibrating a lot, but it's not actually doing the detection we want it to. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add a bracing element so that this doesn't flop so much. Alright, like that, and then this is actually just going to be on physics driven. We're going to take a, I was going to say a bar, but that wouldn't really work, would it? Right, because if I use a bar, then that doesn't solve our problem. Let's see here. I think we just need... That should do fine. Alright, so we're still going through that, but it should be fine. And then we can brace this with something else here. Huh. Perhaps we should just use a scalable flat piece. I think that's like, what, 7? Oh, did I nail that? Oh, yeah, almost. 6. Okay. Oh, the way that flops around is kind of annoying. Let's beef these up a little bit here. And also, we don't need these sensors. If this thing gets hit, these sensors are dead anyway, so we may as well just make them out of oak. Also all these. The less mass we have swinging around, the more gooder it'll be. So let's just do that. And now let's see if we can detect our distant target. Okay, is it still trying to look at the ground? Less speed is certainly the answer in this case. Because, geez, that is just too fast. We're going to go for 5. So that's already pretty crazy. Alright. I feel like we just need to reduce all of this by a lot to actually get it to properly function. So it's not just a jittering mess. Like that. That's actually worse. What the heck? What if I put it to 1? How fast is that going to go? That's still kind of shaking, but I think let's see if this will work. So, what if I drive around a bit here? Like, what happens if it leaves the range of the radar? Are we still detecting? Oh yeah, we're still detecting. Probably a lot of dirt. That's irritating. Let's see if we can get a little bit better of a test doing it here. Right, so nothing here. And that's good. This is going to be a lot better in the air, I think, just because of the way that it's built. I think it also might have been better without that component. Because yes, it does increase the resolution, but at what cost, you know? It's just gotten a lot more unstable, therefore less useful as an actual detection platform. So let's see if we can just fill in some of the gaps here, because it looks like there's... Right, so if we do that, okay, there's another step in there. Okay, so we're missing 2 more steps here. So it'd be between 765, so okay. So 8 and 9 are going to be... We should do this in a line, honestly. Okay. 8, 9. Because we've already got the sensor that we want, right? So we just really just need to get rid of the rest of these. Because we've that's the ultimate angle, right? So if we... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that's our full range. Or no, wait. Let's push it out one further. Alright, so we got that, and then fill in the gaps. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's perfect. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that should work very well, because that's a much denser sensor cluster. So that should be really good. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, clearly that's working. Now let's get this over here. Where's our other vehicle? There it is. You can see our tiny little box there. And let's put ourselves out here. It appears that... no, it's not working. If we get this a little bit closer. Oh, yep, there we go. We're getting the ping right there. And then if this thing starts moving, right? Okay, that's in between. So that's tough, because it's like... So let's just get this thing moving at a pretty decent clip. Right, so we got a good bit of space between them at that range. So detection beyond this range is probably unlikely, but it's something. It's something. Now, of course, this will not be able to detect, of course, small objects, missiles, that kind of thing. But for an aircraft, a lot of aircraft are pretty big. So this will be very good for detecting like big bombers and stuff like that. And plus, it's only 39 blocks. So that's not a lot of blocks to actually put on your plane. And the worst that could happen with it is that it takes up some of your previously bound inputs, in which case you just have to re-input the system. But that's not actually so bad. So what we're going to do now that we've got this rudimentary radar, we're going to try and mount it into my MiG-21. Or the JFM-8 Gladiator. We're going to move the... Oops. I said we're going to move the camera stuff. And we're probably going to put that camera somewhere else. And then put in our beautiful air search radar. And because of the way that this is made, I can give it back its -5 degree, of course. Actually, I might want to give it less. Oh, whatever. I mean, it won't be... Hold up. I just realized something. So, if I'm not going to be using this, unless it's a super close range, then I can decrease the detection range to like half of what it is. Right? So if it's at 1,000, that's probably the like really far out for this kind of system. So, perfect. This is good. This is good. Right, so we can take this bit, actually extend that out like that, and then this whole thing will fit into the nose cone, or at least it should. No guarantees. Oh, it does. It fits. This is really cool. Okay, so it fits into the nose cone, just like on the actual thing. That's cool! Oh, that's really cool! Okay, okay, gosh. Now what's the highest number I've used? I think it's 8, we have a 9. Let's actually just check, because we've got some sensors around. We've got a few in here. I don't know. Time, okay, that's 5. I think these are Yeah, those are the autocannon ones. And then we've got one sensor back here, which is, I'm assuming, my wingtip vortices sensor. Yeah, that is. And that's at 36. I don't know why that's at 36, but what we're going to do is we're going to give us channels 10 through, I think it'd be 10 through 19, right? All right, so let's get to that. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Perfect. And now we're going to do this 1 through 19. 10. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Did I? Oh. We'll just go for 11 then. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Now the other question is this bar actually going to fit inside of the cockpit, which is rather cramped? And I'm not really sure. I'm going to remove that light, and we're going to remove this bar, this dial, all the greebling in the cockpit, pretty much. We're going to keep the buttons. Gosh, you know what? I might... No, I don't want that to be a button in the cockpit. No, we're good. Okay, so next we're going to want to grab ourselves one of these puppies and cap off the ends of our radar detector thing, right? Right. And then put like a backing plate on there. Oh man, that's actually perfect. That lines up really well. Okay. Gray. We'll go with dark gray. And since it's odd, it'll center badly, actually. So we're going to fix that real quick. Because otherwise, that's not going to work very well. There we go. So now, let's see if this fits. It does fit. I'm very happy about that. I might also do a bit of off-camera mining. No. Like that. And then put it there. Is that going to help me? I don't know. I don't know if that will help me. Oh, you know what? That will help me. Because there is behind this, there should be at least a vertical bar? Or am I missing? Oh, hold up. There's not. Okay. It's been a while since I've dug through the guts of this thing, so it's kind of rediscovering all of my lost secrets, you know? Okay. And that means that I'm looking for that. Got it. That's just a bad strat. We're actually going to go with green, because all of these are green, and then we're going to go with glass. Ha ha, got him. Lamau, got him. Lamau. LMFAO. Lumfao. Delete camera thing, because I don't know, screw detection. And then we're going to save this as definitely not the same thing. That's right. Perfect. It's basically the best. Shoot, what? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, there's clearly something I missed in all of it. Oh. I should have checked that. We're switching it back to 10, by the way. Just in case. Alright. 10 might be confusing, but now we're avoiding the landing gear problem. So, buckle up, Buttercup. About to go on a ride through the sky. Hopefully not just messing up the landing gear. Alright, we also do need something to target. And, well, I mean, I could try this in a multiplayer match, which sounds like an absolutely great idea. Oh my goodness, why didn't I think of that? Join kick. Nice. Bob. Flight sim. You know what? If they've got aircraft, I don't need to actually fight. Okay. Got it. Dogfighting. Planes only. Hi. There appears to be one individual. I'm testing a new radar. Let's get going. Oh shoot, really? Okay, well, I guess flaps are out for this test. Okay, so clearly I need to fix that problem, which is Interesting. So that's just seeing the nose cone. So if I just delete the nose cone, then what are we looking at? Right? So if we delete the nose cone, it should be fine, right? Flaps. That is 10. We're going to change that to 20. Because nothing else is using 20 at the moment. So... Bum, bum, ba-na, dun, 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 dun. 20. Oh shoot, there's more of them. How many of these did I add? 20. Probably a few. 20. Okay, only that many. Perfect. Let's go! Will it work now? Who knows? I don't know. Whew. Okay, we lost the front gear, and that's all fine. Because the radar has remained intact. So now we're not detecting anything looking up, which is good. And now as we crest down, where's our detection range? Are we detecting anything? Okay, that's annoying. Let's... What if I... Okay, yeah, there we go. So apparently 1,000 is way too little, which I wouldn't have suspected. But it appears that that's actually kind of important. So we're going to go for 2,000 and or POW, I guess. I don't think that nose cone's coming back, at least on this test prototype thing, so... Okay. Not gonna lie, the server's a bit annoying, but we'll deal with it. I'm sure it'll... Alrighty. I have no idea what's going on in the background here, but I'm just gonna try and test out this radar. So, turn it on. If we look at the ground, yep, there it is. So now, if we look towards, for instance, this guy here, did we get any pings on our radar at all? We're going to follow them just to see if we can get some pings on our radar. Because I am... Oh, we're getting some. Yeah, okay. It's just very faint and fleeting, if you will. And of course, if you look at the ground, it's like, yeah, no radar for you. Which makes sense. It's kind of like real radar. And of course, physically smaller planes will be harder to detect with this radar, which makes sense. We can turn that off while we go up. I'm actually pretty impressed, though, that actually works at all. Because, like, it's clearly, it needs some work. And it's not really designed for this plane. But at the same time, it ain't that bad either. So, like, let's see if we can detect this guy here. Okay, we got someone aggressively propping down there. Yep, okay. Who died and made you host, Andy? Like, seriously. Oh gosh, the server is very laggy. Probably because of this bomber. These bombers are a menace to society and need to be shot from the sky. To preserve the FPS on the server. Wow, look at that. I can actually fly again! What the nut? Okay. Well, that was an interesting burst. We're going to dissolve, apparently. Also, I don't think unused vehicles have been cleared, like, ever, so I should probably ask the host about that. Unless he is in the editor. No, he's not. Okay. Oh, is that a... Oh, that's a launcher for... I mean, I don't... Is there any unused at all? Gosh, bombers are obnoxious. Where is he? I'm going to intercept and murder whatever bomber I can find. I wonder what that guy's problem is. Okay, seriously though, where is this bomber? I know there's a bomber on somewhere because it's laggy as hell. Is he like up in the stratosphere? I don't... Huh. I mean, maybe it's just that bad. Oh yeah, here it is. Where was that? Where the heck? Okay, it's over there. It's time to actually get serious for a second. Or no, this is perfect. This is a perfect time to use the radar. We're going to intercept an enemy bomber using sophisticated radar technology to detect them, and it'll be great. Unless someone teleport kills me, like that, because of course they did. Why, though? Alright, so where is this bomber? Look, quit trying to use your schwabble. Okay, that guy, I'm just turning off the radar and I'm just gonna fight him. Because I can't actually... That... You've got some nerve challenging me to a speed duel, sir. That's what I thought. Get rid of some of those excess pieces. And slow it on down. So clearly the loss of the targeting camera is kind of a big deal. However, I can always add it back somewhere else. And of course this is just a proof of concept, really. For what it might do in the future. Smart of him to break off them, because I think he knew he wouldn't be able to catch me. Okay, that thing needs to die fast, because it is way too powerful and very laggy. Dang, that is really laggy playing. I swear, some people don't ever build like they're considering what multiplayer might be like for other players. No, you don't. I will not take that from you. Rubber banding around. I guess I'm just, at this point, I'm not even really going for radar stuff, am I? Oh my gosh, dude. I'm assuming he's Russian because of his username, but he is killing it with all of the aircraft he's got. But crap, man, this guy, he knows his equipment, and his equipment is really, really powerful. Jeez. Look at him go. I mean, I don't really have a counter for that, unfortunately. Because that's just ridiculous. Alright, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Because honestly, I made the radar, and I don't know if it'll really get much better than that. Because it's still, I mean, it's rough. And you might see a video on it later. But for now, I think that's where we're going to leave it. Alright, well you guys have a good day, and I will see you all later. Bye.